We unexpectedly got a lot of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news, more specifically for the Teal Mask DLC and the Part 2 of the DLC. Before we actually jump into the Scarlet and Violet DLC information, there are a few key points I want to go over with. That is the Detective Pikachu Returns release date, which is October 6th. It is still set to take place in Rhyme City. We're also later today to expect some Pokemon trading card game to be released for the Game Boy Advance on the virtual console. At the moment of the recording of this video, it's not released yet, but I have been seeing some videos circulating around of people playing it, so maybe it is already released, I don't know, but this will actually be on the store itself right now. I don't see it. There's also information being announced today for Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. Pokemon Stadium 1 already is on the Switch, but we got Pokemon Stadium 2. That should be available to be played later today as well. And last but not least, the event I want to go over with, it's not really a festival, it's more so this introduction of the Paldea Region Stars Pokemon Go. That will be unveiled at the end of September. With that being said, we are now introduced into the area of Kitakami, which is, well, I guess that's what they're calling the DLC 1 area. Is even saying that word, I always feel like there's Ogre coming out of me. We're going to be playing the Ogre Oustin, essentially an old edition of riding Pokemon and collecting berries. We're going to go into that a little bit more here in a second, however. Ogre Oustin is a special event that has been passed down as a tradition in Kitakami since long ago. Your goal is to ride on your Pokemon, collect berries by popping Ogre Balloons, and bring those berries to the berry tables. In a way, as I read more of this, I'm starting to get the vibes of the Capture the Flag, which, I mean, is fun. The most important thing here in this little old tradition is the Mochi berries. And the Mochi berries, as described here, can increase the base points of your Pokemon stats, or even Fresh-Start Mochi, which can reset the base points of your Pokemon stats. So essentially what that means is that your Pokemon stats can be reset or they can be increased with this Mochi. If you don't know what Mochi is, I highly recommend you get it or try it at least once in your life. It's actually quite delicious. It's an ice cream thing that has a bunch of bread around it. It sounds really gross, so I'm not even going to try to explain that anymore now. Well, we're going onto the Roto Stick here. We're going to jump on that Roto Stick like it's the 89. Just kidding. The Roto Stick actually is a camera feature that's being introduced in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. More specifically in the DLC, it's not even an update. They're just like, hey, we're going to put this on just as a DLC because I truly don't really know what this is for, other than for YouTubers to now have a way to make their like ultimate Pokemon Scarlet and Violet thumbnail, which I mean that is cool on its own. With that being said, we also got the introduction of 3 new characters, Carmine, Kieran, and Perrin. I don't really think there is much to talk about with these characters right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, other than Perrin. Perrin is gonna be the lady that essentially gives you the Pokemon Snap update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In the description on the website here, it says you search for this mysterious Pokemon will take you into the Timeless Woods, a place where the people of Kitakami rarely thread. With Perrin by your side, you'll be able to take snaps of the Pokemon in the area as you seek out the mysterious Pokemon together. Perrin is also described as a camera-loving traveler with an easygoing personality. It seems she's in search of a certain Pokemon and wants to take a photo of it. What this Pokemon is, we're not too sure yet. That's actually what we're going into the Timeless Woods for. There's been a lot of speculation based on Q's riddles that it might be a Sudowoodo evolution, but then there's also people speculating it might be a Snorlax evolution. I personally think it's going to be either a Trevant evolution or a Sudowoodo evolution. Timeless Woods to me kind of gives the impression that it's going to be a maze type thing where time is kind of distorted like how it was in the Mystery Dungeon games. However, in this sense, it might just be that there is some time distortion going on there, which has affected the way Pokemon are in the forest, and we're going to get some sort of Paradox Pokemon instead coming from the forest. We did get 2 new Paradox Pokemon today. We got Iron Crown and Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt is the Paradox Pokemon for Raikou, and Iron Crown is the Paradox Pokemon for Cobalion. Both look quite phenomenal, if I must say so myself. Raging Bolt was first discovered in Area 0 prior to its official reveal. A sketch of an imaginary Pokemon resembling Raging Bolt appeared in the Scarlet book in Pokemon Scarlet as an amalgamation of legendary beasts Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. The next Paradox Pokemon that we got introduced today was Iron Crown. Nothing really is much known about this Pokemon other than it is described as the futuristic relative of Cobalion, and it has the ability Protosynthesis. Its typing is currently unknown, but if I were to look at it, I'm gonna guess electric fighting? I don't really know, to be honest. That's the wildest guess I can take right there, is electric fighting, and that's only because well, it's supposed to depict the futuristic relative of Cobalion. So as you can tell, I was super excited about the Paradox Pokemon that I completely skipped over well, the Pokemon that got introduced before the Paradox Pokemon, and that is Dipplin. Dipplin is a evolution of Applin. It looks quite cool. It's supposed to be like a candy apple representative of the Pokemon. It's a grass dragon type Pokemon, different from Flapple and Appleton. Dipplin has two separate creatures, one with a head sticking out and the other with a tail, both helping each other from within their shared apple. It's the move that can learn a Syrup Bomb. It's a grass-type special attack. This move causes an explosion of syrup that coats the target and lowers its speed attach each turn for 3 turns. So if you know how to play the Wi-Fi game, you can do quite a little damage to that. I feel like Dipplin was the one that got made fun of the most, while the other one kind of stood on the sidelines and was just being a Sigma, and that is Archaludon, which is the evolution of Duraludon. If you thought that Duraludon was kind of just a lost soul that needed a bigger purpose in life, well, he got his purpose now. It can evolve, finally. Which, actually, kind of, when you think about it too, this Pokemon actually is one of the few Pokemon that can technically Gigantamax, and it is a only evolution in one game. It's a special Pokemon regardless. It is a Steel Dragon type. Its abilities are either Stamina or Sturdy, and the signature move is Electric Shot. We also got a little bit more information on the 2 new forms of the legendary Pokemon Terapagos. While we do kind of know there's 2 forms because of the anime, it's never actually been officially revealed. There's a normal form, and then there's a form called the Terastal form. We also got some other information, such as today you'll be able to get a Mew via mystery gift. And there is a Mewtwo Raid Battle starting on later this month. But right now, if you want to get Mew, you should be able to get the Mew with a mystery gift code that's in the top of the description. After the DLC's first release, which is the Teal Mask, there will be more mass outbreaks starting in the Pokemon game. And these are technically mass outbreak events. It's kind of like we're the ones watching Jubilife TV and we're getting the news of what was happening in the Pokemon world. And it's really cool, actually, when you think about it. Because back in the day, Jubilife TV would tell us, like, hey, there's a mass outbreak over here, or there's a mass outbreak over there. Now, we are the people watching Jubilife TV, which is the Pokemon channel, and they're telling us, hey, starting September 28th till October 1st, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Clefairy with the upbeat mark are more common. Without further ado, that's pretty much all that got talked about today in the, well, not really, this didn't really get talked about at all, actually, in the trailer. These are more so things that got talked about afterwards that got released to official press releases or on the official Pokemon website. If you want to go check out all the information I went over today for yourself or read more over into it, be my guest. It's actually pretty cool. With everything being announced today, I'm quite content, especially with the Detective Pikachu announcement, and I have to say, I was quite happy with the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC announcement as well, more so talking about the new Paradox Pokemon and DLC and looking at DLC Part 2. What's your opinions? Did you like what we saw today? Did you like what we got? Do you like the new designs of this Pokemon, the Paradox Pokemon? Let me know in the comment section down below. As Pokemon Unite continues to evolve, offering endless adventures and challenges, we'll find out next time where this adventure takes us. Until then, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.